Oh God. I just went live and it like got onto me about the orientation of the, I don't know. Lately I always have it set to vertical, so I don't know what the issue was. Oh God. I'm gonna put on my earrings and make some instant coffee. I've already had coffee today and now I'm gonna have some more coffee, which is I think not good for me. Like I probably should lay off the coffee for a few days because I think it's giving me digestive issues. I'm just like something is the matter. I don't know. Hello to whoever the one person is who's watching. It's nice to, oh, now 2 people. Hi, guys. Hello, Jaded Kate. I hope everybody's doing well today. I had kind of like a weird day yesterday. It was a mixture of good and bad, but it was like kind of stressy, and then I did not sleep very well at all last night. Day off, so you're just in bed? That's nice. Those are nice days indeed. This is some like Larimar gemstone essence that I made. I started making it on the, I'm going to put some in my coffee. I started making it on the Lunar New Year, and I let it set for like 2 weeks till the next moon. Is the Lunar New Year the first new moon or the first full moon? I think it's the first new moon, but so anyway, this Larimar, I think it is very healing. I'm not really much of a gemstone person, but I had a chunk of Larimar and I felt guided to make a gemstone essence. Have any of you ever made or used gemstone essences? Thank you, Miss R. How does it work with the readings? Well, because some people were wanting me to, I opened it up. You can make a $5 payment either by SuperChat, SuperSticker. There's a link to make it via PayPal. If you make it via PayPal, you just need to, let me know in the comments that you've made it. And then also Cashapp. So those are the options. But it's $5 and then you get 10 minutes. And so you can ask whatever you want to ask within those 10 minutes. So this is a nice, like, economy. What is the, I was going to say eco-friendly. That's not what I mean. Economical. Anyway, it's friendly to your wallet. $5 for 10 minutes, because normally when I do readings on Keen, even if I have my prices set at the lowest amount, it's like $1.99 per minute. So 10 minutes would be like almost $20. You're getting 10 minutes for $5. Essential oil sprays, yeah. I like essential oils. Also, they smell nice. But anyway, like, I don't know, I get sort of intuitions about how to do different healing things or magical things, and I kind of follow my intuition, so I felt guided to make this Larimar. Oh, well, I'm glad you could make it today. So the coffee du jour is great value, 100% Arabica Colombian instant coffee. It says it's medium dark, bright, and fruity, which I feel like bright and fruity does kind of describe the way this tastes. I normally get the Cafe Bustelo, but they didn't have it, so I got this. And actually, this is pretty good. I might even like this better. I don't know what Arabica means. I hear that a lot. I like drinking coffee, but I'm not like a connoisseur, knowledgeable person. Yeah, so Miss R, if you want to get a reading, just go ahead and let me know. But also, I forgot, I've been forgetting to do this, but like the first reading, that first person in line for a reading, can it get it for free? So if someone wants to claim that who has not claimed it before, then jump in the comments and say you want to claim the first reading free, just to get the ball rolling. But I'm going to be making my instant coffee. Claimed. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad to help. So just let me know what you want to ask, and I'm going to keep making my coffee. I won't start the timer until we're ready. This will give you time to kind of get your thoughts together. Arabica is one of the two beans they use for coffee. The other is Robusta, which is more bitter. Oh, okay. So Arabica is probably what most people prefer, I would guess. Then I put a lot of spoonfuls in this, but this is also like 30 ounces, this gigantic bottle. I'm not quite as bad as those. I don't watch TikTok, but I'm aware that there's like a coffee talk where people make these huge coffees. 30 ounces is kind of a lot though. Then it branches out into more specific beans like Katura, Katuai, etc. That's interesting. I always appreciate the knowledge that my viewers bring to these live streams and to my channel in general. People be knowing things. I used to have a roommate, and she would just know everything. She was like a walking encyclopedia, especially stuff for like what tree is this or what plant is this. Like she would just know that. But she was like a lifelong Girl Scout also, and also I think her dad taught her and her siblings a lot about that when they were growing up. So. But you can define coffee flavors from countries and continent it grows in. That's interesting. Yeah, like I guess that's what they did here. This is Colombian. You see how much I've used of it already? I think I've had this maybe a week and a half. I'm like, so here, I feel like when I make instant coffee in a bottle, it's a lot better than making it in like a, I've tried to make it like in an empty cup like this, or like get ice with ice water in it, like at the gas station or something. And it obviously doesn't mix very well. So but you can shake, shake, shake with a bottle. Ethiopia is soft. Soft like Brazil, or fruity like Middle America, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, or very strong like Peru and Indonesia. Well, where does Colombia fall? I have my coffee too. Enjoy yours. What do the guides show for my life in the future? What direction is my life going in career-wise, especially, and in general, all aspects? Okay. I do want to do a little bit of a disclaimer about predictions, because we want to be in control of our lives. And, you know, predictions, sometimes people can get too fixed on predictions. Like they hear a prediction is going to happen for their life and they get too fixated on it. It can become like almost stagnate people sometimes. So I'm just like, I will be glad to look into it, but I just want you to go into it with the right mindset, that you have free will and that your choices influence the outcome of your life as much as anything else. You know, sometimes we do have things that are destined in our life. Most things are not destined. Colombia and South America are fruity. Yeah. It does kind of taste fruity, or like kind of bright in a, I mean, this says bright and fruity. And I'm like, I don't know what bright means, but when you taste it, the word bright does make sense. So it's like a clean or like a uplifting. It is bright somehow. I don't know why. But okay, I'm almost done making my coffee. Another thing about predictions is like, it's also like predicting the weather, right? We can predict the weather, but the further out you go, the less easy it is to predict things. And also when there are very chaotic people involved or chaotic situations involved, those predictions are also less reliable because things are chaotic, right? Chaotic situations, you know, it's harder to like pinpoint which direction the vibes are going if things are chaotic. But anyway, I'm not a god. I do my best. I think I have talent as a reader, but it's just sometimes people expect too much from predictions, and also like try to live their life based on predictions, and I just don't think it's healthy. So it's just not something that I want to promote. But I know that people love to get predictions as well, and I look too at the outlook of my life, but at the same time it's like it's better to focus more on the moment, and like, what do I want? What do I want to happen? And if this is what I want to happen, what is the best way to get there? You know what I mean? I haven't started the timer yet, so don't worry. Okay. All right. So I always like to keep a list of who's getting a reading during each live. So let me start my list here. Yeah, we'll just see what your spirit guides want you to know about the future. I don't know why I feel compelled to give disclaimers about predictions these days, but I do. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you for your patience as I got my copy together. Hello to everyone. If anyone wants to purchase a reading, you can go ahead and purchase using the links or information in the description to get in line. Yeah, well, now it says 8 people, but yeah. If you purchase via PayPal or Cashapp, you'll have to let me know. Otherwise, if you use SuperChat or SuperSticker, it will show up in the live chat. Okay. All right, I've done a thorough pre-shuffle for you, Miss R. And okay, starting the timer here. What does Miss R need to know? What direction is her life going in career-wise, especially? So let's do from the present moment going forward over the next 6 months, the next year, and the next 3 years. So your current energy is the King of Cups. So this is where we're starting off. King of Cups and Wheel of Fortune. To me, it gives, you know, it's telling me that currently you are someone who is emotionally invested in your career, and you probably are someone who also wants a career that is like it's not like a let me go and clock in and like check out for 8 hours and then clock out. You know what I mean? It's like you would probably want your career to be more integrated into your life. Your what you do for a living is like an extension of your life, or you're like desiring it to be. When with the Wheel of Fortune, you see that there are opportunities available to you. It's like you want to spin the Wheel of Fortune. You want to see what else is out there. You're wanting more. You're wanting more. And I would say that you are kind of feeling optimistic, but there's also the desire for more. And so in the next 6 months, I do see the Four of Swords. So it does feel to me like things are pretty peaceful in your career. But also not always, because it's clarified by the Ten of Swords. Like, so in the next 6 months, it's like, I don't know, there will be moments that are quite difficult, but it feels like there are people you can talk it out with. So that sort of balances out, you know, like you're able to have people who are supportive of you, who can bring you back to mental ease and balance, despite the fact that there are things that could be kind of just knocking you off your equilibrium with this Ten of Swords. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords. The King of Wands. Yeah, it's like something that could be flaring up your ego, or you're like wanting more than what life is giving back to you. We have a lot of fire energy here, fire and air. It's like if you're wanting to spread your wings, but for some reason you're held back in certain moments, or someone shoots you out of the sky. Like you're trying to spread your wings and fly, and then let's say you're a little butterfly. You're spreading your wings, you're flying, everything's great, and someone comes along with their butterfly net. But at the same time, yeah, it does feel like maybe there are people who are trying to hold you back, or there are sabotaging moments in the next 6 months, but there are also people you can talk it out with who help you to kind of calm down and not be overwhelmed by it. And the next year, with your career, we get the Sun card and the Three of Cups. So I will say, like, what you will achieve in a year from now, Miss R, is kind of like attracting and drawing to you the right people. I do feel like all along, like there are supportive people around you, people who resonate with your energy. Could be people you choose to collaborate with, but it's like people who get you, people who are on your side, primarily. You know, in the first 6 months, it feels like there might be some people trying to sabotage you, but through that process, you learn who's really there for you. So that's the positive side of it. Sometimes we have to go through bad things to learn who is really there for us. And it's always great to have support in life in general, and also like in our work life, people who support you in like really shining. We have both the Strength card and the Sun, which are like Leo energy, and Leo is ruled by the Sun. So it's a lot of people like appreciating you shining and being your true self, like really putting yourself out there, not trying to censor yourself or make yourself small. You have a lot of people who are supportive of you being your whole self in terms of your career. Now, if you have specific questions along, go ahead and feel free to interrupt me. Because this is giving more like the emotional energy of what's happening, in addition to, there's a lot here about people being very supportive, figuring out who is in your support system. In the next 3 years, we have the Seven of Cups. Clarified. Did I touch that phone call that's trying to come in? Okay, so the next 3 years, it does feel tough to me. Like it really feels like an uphill battle. Like I wish I could give you a better prediction. And again, this is why we don't want to get stuck with predictions. predictions can be useful, just like if we look at the weather and see, oh, it's going to be raining all day tomorrow, then you should probably be prepared to leave the house with an umbrella, right? Right? So you can manage your day better. But it does feel to me like the next 3 years for you, Miss R. I don't know if you're still here or not, but it feels like an uphill battle. We've got the 7 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Cups. It does feel, I don't know, like a little bit like treading water. You know, like I'm trying so hard, but I just don't feel like I'm getting to where I want to be. So what is the guidance to Miss R so that she can alleviate that or better traverse that situation? Your spirit guides really want you. We have the 6 of Cups and the Lover's card. They really want you to focus on the fact that you are gaining support and encouragement from other people. Now, I know that may seem like small potatoes if, like, what has to happen or what, you know, it doesn't have to happen, but what it seems based on the cards that what's going to happen to bring this about is that you're facing a lot of struggles, you know? But you have people on your side very strongly who are really supporting you to be your whole self, okay? So what else, spirit guides? Now we have the 2 of Cups. I mean, these and the 2 of Swords. I don't know. It's like they would rather you focus on the positive, basically. We are finding peace because there are people being supportive, right? People who get you. People are really understanding you. There's so much peace and understanding from other people who understand you and who are supportive of you. I think that these people also understand your vision. They understand what you're trying to accomplish. There's a lot of respect and emotional support coming from other people. I kind of feel like your spirit guides want you to use this time to practice receiving that love and support. It could be either it's hard for you to trust that other people love and support you in that way, or you prefer to be more independent and kind of like not rely on emotional support or encouragement from other people. But your spirit guides are saying, like, hold your cup out and allow people to pour into you. That's, you know, this may not be what you wanted to hear in terms of career, but this is what I'm seeing. Like, the lessons are much more about you getting into a mindset of, I'm allowing myself to receive the support, the love, the encouragement, and the understanding that I'm getting. I'm blessed to have a good job. The pay is not what I normally earn, but I'm stuck now because of the current events. I want to purchase a home someday. Yeah. Well, I get that. Yeah, the economy is kind of a crappy economy right now. That is for sure. Yeah. So we've got just less than a minute, about 20 seconds or so remaining. If you have any final burning thoughts. I hope the reading was helpful. I'm just here doing my best. You're very welcome. Thank you so much. I'm just over here doing my best all day long. Oh, there's our timer going off. Yeah, so I had kind of a struggle day yesterday. I don't know if I really want to go into the details. It wasn't all bad. Like, some of it was good, but even the good was kind of stressful. Like, I I went to this board game meetup. This was like the bright spot of the day yesterday. Also, my therapy session was really good yesterday, although I cried a lot towards the end. So it's like, it's good to be able to get that out, but also, you know, nobody likes crying. All right, I see Jaded Kate. And Ilja is male, right? Or female? I know. I feel like you've asked about this person before, and I should remember, and I do not. And I'm sorry, because my memory is just not great. Male, okay. I do have a lot of pick a card content as well for anyone who hasn't checked out my new channel, Luna by Gabby Turner. Just in case people aren't aware of that, that's where my pick a cards are now. Okay, let me give a good shuffle here. Yeah, I don't even remember what we've said about Ilja before. Sometimes once I start the reading, I will start to remember, and sometimes not. I don't know. I don't know why my memory is like this, but it is. Oh, really? You didn't know? Yep. Okay, I'm starting the timer here. So what are Ilja's thoughts and feelings for Kate? Well, I feel like he's feeling passion for you and attraction. He does kind of sense, he sees you as right now a little bit of a, kind of like an emotional safe place. Like he feels your energy is very comforting, and he's drawn to your energy because he feels like your energy is very comforting. And I think he feels like maybe there's a mutual, that's mutual. Both of you are sort of drawn to a sort of feeling of comfort and warmth with each other. And it does kind of feel like there is like passion here, but, you know, I was clarifying this Princess of Wands. There's passion, but it's like maybe both of you are also, according to how he sees it, he thinks that you might both be a little bit timid about bringing it up, like bringing up the fact that there is a chemistry or a passion. You know, it's like we're kind of like walking on eggshells. Nobody really wants to mention it, but we both can kind of feel that maybe there's something more here. There's something passionate here. I do feel as sort of like he feels comfortable like allowing things to develop over time and not really feeling the need to make any sudden moves, because I kind of feel like he thinks it wouldn't go over very well with you anyway if he made any sudden moves. He's like, it's kind of better just to wait in slowly, you know, to take our time. We have lots of Pentacles energy here with the King of Pentacles and the Prince of Pentacles. And then the Four of Cups. You know, I mean, the Four of Cups to me, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, it's like he does want more. Like, I do feel like he kind of desires companionship with you. But I think he's also just sort of accepting that everything needs to happen in its own timing, right? Like, we can't necessarily rush things. Like, my example of this, when people want things instantaneously, is like, if you want to bake a turkey, it's going to take a few hours, right? If you want that turkey to be done in 2 minutes, it's not going to be edible, you know what I mean? Like, it would not be a good experience. So sometimes for things to turn out the way that we ideally want them to be, like time is just part of the element. You have Taurus ascendant and he's Taurus, so we like slow. Yeah, he can read that energy. I mean, it's not like there's more of a desire. It's not like part of him is like, well, I wish that we were already, at point B. But he is accepting that the journey is what it is. So that's good that you are also feeling that, because I think he does assume that you're feeling the same way also. Right? I do feel like he also thinks that maybe both of you have a little bit of baggage in a sense. And the way that it's coming through to me is that you've had experiences where your heart has been broken, and it's almost like, do I want to go through all of that again? You know what I mean? That may also account for some of the slowness of just kind of like wanting to take time and make sure, like, do I really want this enough to risk heartache? Right? Because it always is a risk at some level, but like I think this is sort of like a risk management approach. Like, neither of us wants, it's like, this saying, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Sure, but when you have already done the loved and lost before, and maybe multiple times, then it's just like, maybe it's better actually to slow it down and not rush into things. So anyway, I guess I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but he does feel like there's I was just trying to bring up that he feels that the baggage as well is something that he's aware of. Like he feels like both of you are looking for, if I get involved with someone again, I want it to be worth it. You know what I mean? I want it to be the final relationship. Yeah, we have the World card and the Lovers. You don't have much communication, so you would like that to improve. Yeah, I will say that it probably does not bother him as much that there's not more communication. I feel like maybe what he would want more is togetherness rather than like just communication itself. Like, he does kind of wish there was more togetherness, but not necessarily talking. More like spending time together, or even like going shopping or going out to eat or something. Something here with this Queen of Pentacles and the Death card, it almost feels like wanting to go places where we're spending money or combining our money or something. I do feel like he kind of wants to show his worth to you, like maybe through paying for dates or something. Like the Death card and the Queen of Pentacles kind of makes me feel like he wants to show you that he can pay for a date, like he can kind of take care of you, be a provider sort of. But it's like, I think also he wants to impress you or like stand out from potential rivals. But like I said at the beginning, he does feel like there's this chemistry, but he also feels like you all are in a place where neither of you really wants to broach the topic very much or like bring up. That's what he feels like. I mean, you're saying that you do want more communication, but like he would love to take you out, I feel, and like treat you on a nice date. But I feel like he doesn't feel like the timing is quite right to bring that up. I don't know. The advice to you is the Two of Cups and the Star card. So I would just say, like, there is a lot of beautiful potential here. You know, like I was saying earlier, it seems like he feels like both of you are waiting for like the real thing, you know? And I feel like your spirit guides are saying like that potential here is very strong. I also feel like your spirit guides are asking, like, when you say you wish there were communication, is there something specific that you want to talk about? Because it feels like the desire there is for more communication, but if the opportunity presented itself, you might not really actually know what to say. So I don't know. I think they're just bringing it up to allow you to reflect on that a little bit. Is there like a burning desire to say something specific? Or is it just a burning desire for communication without like a real strong idea even of what you want to say? Right. No, just generally you want to communicate. But like your spirit guides are kind of saying like, here's the burning desire part. But like if you had the opportunity to communicate more, like, I don't know, it's like you would be lost for words in a way. Why are you wanting to tell her that? They just want to like put a little light bulb over your head to understand that, like the desire is for something that if you had it, you wouldn't really know what to do with it. I do feel like there is a lot that is expressed between the two of you without words as well. Like, hello, Melody Light. So the timer's going off, but I do feel like, in any case, I do feel like the two of you do kind of really understand and get each other. So there is a very good basis here. And that Star card and the Two of Cups as well is showing me a really good potential. Alrighty, so Melody Light is next. Let me figure out where I put my pen. So thank you, Kate. I hope that that was helpful. That is a cute name, Melody Light. Is Jorge a good match for Melody Light? Mel. I'm going to wet my palette here, wet my throat. My throat feels dry. Well, your timing is perfect, Melody. Let me clear the energy from my hands and give my deck a good shuffle before I start the timer for you, Mel. Now, is Jorge someone that you are dating right now, or is he a crush, or what's the current situation? Okay, starting the timer. Is Jorge a good match for Mel? Well, I would say so. I mean, I'm pulling 3 cards. They're all upright, so that's one of the ways that I do a yes or no spread. And we've got great positive energy here. We've got the Lovers card upright, we've got the Strength card upright, and we have the Temperance card. So yes, I mean, the Temperance card to me shows compatibility. It does show also very strong relationship energy. I feel like the Temperance card is, you know, when you temper metal, you take two different metals and you put them through a fire and beat them, and like it makes a different metal that is stronger or whatever. You know, sort of, I don't know, I'm not a metalsmith, but it's something like that. So that's one of the energies I get from the Temperance card. It's just like whatever the differences are between the two of you and the similarities, they combine in a way that brings, it's like the strength of the two of you is stronger than either of you alone, but you both are bringing a lot of strength here. We have the Strength card. I would say, yes, you complement each other very well. And, you know, you're both bringing something to the table that contributes to a very balanced partnership, or the potential for a very balanced partnership. Okay. And then, of course, the Lover's card is also like, it shows even more so like there's a lot of harmony here. You're very complimentary. And to me, the Strength card, when we're looking at love and romance, one of the things it means that there is a lot of passion, there's a lot of chemistry. And I also feel here what it's kind of saying is that both of you can kind of like be your real true selves with each other, you know, like you don't have to dim your light. And but also there's a lot of passion, so that's very good. Thank you so much, that Summer Girl. You will be up next after Melody Light. Okay, so initial energy. If you have any other questions, we have almost 8 minutes left, Melody, but yeah, those initial cards are like a strong yes. He is a good match for you. Anything else that Mel's spirit guides want her to know about her and Jorge? So it could be that sometimes I don't know if this is that sometimes there are disagreements between the two of you, or maybe sometimes you have disagreements and you internalize it and it's hard for you to like say it openly. Which one is it? Are there open disagreements, or is it hard? Maybe it's a little bit of both, because you don't want the disagreements, so you kind of try to avoid them, but sometimes there are disagreements, which I kind of feel like is normal. You know, like any couple is going to, any two people are going to sometimes have disagreements and not see eye to eye. That doesn't mean that they're not good for each other, but yeah, I feel like your spirit guides want you to keep that in perspective. Like you might be assuming that that means something, you're weighting that too much. The fact that there are sometimes disagreements, you're giving too much weight to that. Like they're kind of telling you not to worry so much or think too much, that is a strong indicator that it's a bad connection. It's not. It feels to me very much like, you know, if you continue to invest in this, it will continue to grow and develop. So you're saying that there were both, yeah. Anything else that she should know? Pipe in with any other specific questions you have. You can ask about other topics as well, but if not, I'll just continue asking your spirit guides, you know, like what else they might have to say. I think that both of you are thinking about how to make this more serious. Both of you are thinking about it. I feel like one of you might be more thinking about, should we get married or not? The other one is thinking maybe about having kids, or like wanting to have kids. But again, to me, it feels like there might be, this Prince of Cups makes me feel, not, maybe, again, like these conversations, maybe they've kind of been brought up, but not as much as both parties want to bring it up. Okay, is there a good possibility of moving soon? Is there a good possibility of male moving soon? I do get more of a yes. I've got 2 out of the 3 cards upright. Yeah, and even the 8 of Cups being reversed is actually kind of a positive, because upright, the 8 of Cups is about moving, but it's about kind of hesitating or it being difficult to choose to move, or difficult to let go of what we're moving on from. But yeah, I do see that there's good energy for moving, and it feels like wherever you would be moving to, it's probably a place where you are going to settle for many years, several years at least, with the 10 of Pentacles, and it's a good place for you that you would be moving to. So yeah, is there any advice to her about that process? Yeah, I mean, I think just like kind of trust and have faith that it is going to work out. You know, like have a positive expectation rather than like waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's, you know, when we've had a lot of letdowns in life, it's easy to get into that mindset of waiting for the other shoe to drop, but they want you to kind of trust more that there will be a positive outcome. So hopefully that's helpful. We've still got 3 minutes. We got covered a lot of ground. Sometimes that happens, and it's like the answers come pretty quickly. You're welcome. Is there anything else? We've still got 2 minutes. What if I move work locations? Do you mean like how is that gonna, you mean like how is it gonna go, or what if she moves work locations? I mean, I see that being positive, basically. We have the 10 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, which is great for career, and the Temperance card, which is also, this is like international energy because this card is associated with the sign of Sagittarius. So that's just reading symbols, you know. It's not, I'm not talking about what your sign might be or anything like that, but anyway, it has international energy, and it does feel like you would be happy with an international move, and you would have good success career-wise and financially. So yeah, looks positive to me. Right? I mean, ultimately the choice is up to you, but yeah, I do feel like you'll feel at home as well. With this King of Cups, there's a feeling there of like feeling emotionally connected to the new place in a way where it's like we feel at home. All right, so the timer's going off in about 30 seconds. Then I'm going to move on to that summer girl, but if you have any final burning questions real quick, and if not, I hope that it was helpful. To the other people watching, I'm about to do that summer girls reading, and then you could get next in line if you wanted to. There are different payment options. You can pay via SuperChat or SuperSticker, which is the easiest for me. But if you want to, you can also pay via a PayPal donation. Thank you so much. Melody Light, or Cashapp. If you paid that way, you'll have to let me know in the chat that you have made that payment. Okay, so that Summer Girl. Thank you for that keep it up sticker. I actually have been like working out more. I've been swimming laps specifically is what I've been doing lately. I appreciate the motivation. Okay. And then your question, let me find what the question was here. I'm curious why there were so many synchronizations, I guess, pointing me in one direction, and then bam, suddenly it all felt like it was taken away again. Did I do something wrong? Was it a test? Wow. I feel like I've had an experience like that before too. It can be very disillusioning when that happens. It has to do with a job. By the way, I felt serendipitous, but I didn't want to sign the contract without recording, and then they decided not to hire me. Wow. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, I'm just trying to reset my deck here and clear energy for you. I do feel as I'm, these cards are kind of wanting to jump out of the deck. We have the Four of Wands. Let me go ahead and start the timer then. We have the Four of Wands, that Summer Girl, and the Six of Wands. Like, there will be more milestones of success. Like, this is not the end of the road for you in terms of, I'm assuming this is like a music career that you're talking about. But, so this is not the end of the road. There will still be success. So I think, basically the success just didn't happen in the way that it seemed like it would. It seemed like things were going in a particular direction with maybe this one, without rewording. Oh, okay, rewording. You didn't want to sign the contract without them rewording it. Okay. Well, either way, it's fine. Your spirit guides understand, even if I didn't. But yeah, like, you may have expected it to come through this particular avenue, but the success, the milestones are still here. Tell us why this happened. You know what? It feels to me, we have the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, which, by the way, these are like two of the best cards in career. This is like abundance. This is like getting established in your career. And then we have the Eight of Cups. It's telling me sort of like rejection is God's protection type of thing. Like, this just wasn't. I know that the signs, for whatever reason, and we'll ask why were the signs pointing her to feel. It was actually managing a tarot and crystal shop, but the owner wanted a stipulation I would not ever open my own. Yeah, I hate it when people are like that, like, why does someone have to step on their own success in order to work with you? Like, someone who has that attitude, I mean, I guess I can understand it in a way if you had like a really great discount and you could like buy things from the shop and like hoard up to then create your own, but like otherwise I don't really see, I don't really get it. But yeah, so anyway, that's disappointing. But I mean, we have great energy here, but I feel, again, it's like rejection is God's protection. Okay, so why was it that she felt like this was where she was supposed to go? I said I would be okay to sign something about her clients or even agree to a certain time period or zone. That seems very reasonable. Okay. Okay, but when I'm asking like, why did it seem like this particular shop, like the signs were pointing her in that direction? You know, I'm just telling you what I see here in the cards. We have the Nine of Wands, the Moon, and the Six of Cups. I think that there were also signs, or at least some sort of internal nudge. Like your intuition was cautioning you a little bit. We have the Nine of Wands and the Moon card. Thank you for all the hearts, whoever that's coming from. Like it does feel like there was some hesitation within you as well. Maybe it was because of the contract, but there was something in you already that was telling you there might be issues with this, but also you did find a lot of qualities in this path that were desirable to you as well with the Six of Cups. So there was a little bit of a mix of signs. The signs were giving you mixed signals. I do feel though that I don't know why. I speak in metaphors sometimes. This is making me feel, it's making me think of like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Like she ends up in Oz. She certainly didn't expect that, right? And she gets there and all she wants to do is go home. Eventually she does get to go home, but like her life had to take that trajectory. Like those experiences that she had in Oz, she had to have those. Those were a necessary part of her emotional development and her development as a person. It's like having this experience does sort of fine-tune your own thought process or your own understanding of what you really want. So it's almost like it's getting you more into alignment. Yes, it felt so serendipitous that she needed someone at the time I needed a job, and I happened to drive right to the shop, but her attitude seemed very controlling. Yeah. Anything else that summer girl, it's a cute name, by the way, needs to know about this? I mean, they're saying no. I mean, you're welcome to ask more questions, but like they don't really have anything else to say to you about it. It's not going to stop you from your success. I just want to remind you, the very first cards that came out, the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands, like in a way, I think this is actually guiding you towards your own milestones of success. And like I'm also being reminded of Abraham Lincoln. He ran for president multiple times before he was elected, and now he is remembered as, by many people as one of the greatest American presidents. So it's like, try again. Like just because you get a detour or a roadblock doesn't mean that that path isn't right for you or that you won't succeed still. Thank you. Yes, I'll watch it back again. I just wasn't sure why the signs pointed me there. Because it was helping you to better understand what you yourself wanted. Yeah. You don't want to work with a controlling person, for one thing. You're very welcome. We still got like 3 minutes. If you have any other questions, we've got time. Feel free to use all your time. That's what it's there for. And also don't want to be a controlling person, and her husband is a lawyer. Yeah. Yeah, that's tricky. Like when you get involved with people who are litigious, I think that's the word, because I personally would not ever want to sue anyone. I also don't ever want to be sued because I don't want to have to go through the process of like finding a lawyer or whatever. But yeah, someone who is that controlling in a legal document would, and her husband is a lawyer, would probably definitely go after you legally if she felt like she needed to or wanted to. It's probably why she has trouble keeping employees. Yeah. It is a red flag for sure. Yep. I just applied for a job and I was reading the reviews on the Indeed reviews, like of people who worked there. They're very bad. It's like, do I need a job this bad? Like, it sounds awful the way that they are, but it's hard sometimes because it almost feels like, I mean, there's no perfect situation anyway. And it's kind of like a very common issue for there to be management issues or like people engaging in like high school behavior. I've had many workplaces I've been to where people still act like they're in high school. You're welcome, that summer girl. Yeah, I mean, it like the culture of a workplace has to start at the top, like with the boss, the management. It has to start there. Like if you want a respectful culture in a place, so that's good. Like it helps you to understand that you want to create a culture where, you know, of respect, you know, like, which is more motivating to people. Like, yeah. Hello, Sharon. Oh, what a cute little sticker. That is adorable. And Mara. Okay, so we've got two people in line here, Sharon and Mara. That summer girl, we've still got 30 seconds if you had any final. It sounds like you're probably done, but just letting you know. Any final burning questions, but I hope it was helpful and it was nice to see you. Okay, so we've got Sharon on the list and then Mara. You're very welcome. Okay, got the timer going off now. Hello, I'm glad you were able to catch it as well, Mara. Okay, I appreciate that. That summer girl. Okay, so Sharon, I'm going to go ahead and do your reading next. Am I on the right path with my self-development journey? Am I on the right path? That is a great question. Let me see. I feel like I might... Sometimes I feel like I need to switch up the decks. We're going to go with the good old Rider-Waite-Smith. I'm going to shuffle the cards real good and clear the energy before I start the timer, Sharon. Thank you all. By the way, this has been such a nice, soothing, zen live stream today. I really appreciate that. Hello, Chanley. Alrighty. Oh, whoops. Okay. I'm doing pretty well. I hope you are doing well also. I'm glad we're finally in spring. All right. So, Sharon, I am starting your reading now. All right. Is she on the right path with her self-development journey? Okay, well, we have a strong yes here because not only are all three cards upright, but we also have the Ace of Swords upright in particular. And even on its own, the Ace of Swords upright to me is, yes, it's still a little bit chilly. That's true. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's giving those. But yeah, the Ace of Swords itself is an upright, or is a yes. And then the fact that all 3 cards are upright. So are you on the right path with your journey? Yes. All right, I got you next, that Summer Girl, after Mara. So, okay, so let me try to understand the details. You are definitely on the right path. I kind of feel like in particular they're saying that you are learning to embrace success, you know, for lack of a better word. The Six of Wands is about success without letting it go to your head. So take that as you will. I know that that has been something, I'm just going to be very honest, I have struggled with that. And so I don't want you to feel like this is any sort of judgment, but it's not an easy path. Like when you get success with something, it can go to your head. It has happened to me. I will just be very honest. And then God had to strike me down. And but anyway, like I feel you're doing well with this part of your development. So I'm not saying that you did, you know, get a big head about success, but they're saying like maybe you have done a good job avoiding that to begin with. Or it could also be the opposite of it, where maybe other people's attitudes are keeping us from feeling confident enough to succeed. But it has something to do with you having a healthy self-esteem and a healthy confidence that is allowing you to do well in life, to succeed. Basically, any more to say about that part of it? Yeah, because I feel like the way, here's another part of it too, is like the way that you're approaching succeeding and whatever it is your goals are, right? It feels like you're doing it on your own terms. Like you're not just going down the path that everybody goes down. You're doing it in your own way, but you're not saying like my way is better than someone else's way. It's just you understand which way is best for you, right? Like everything isn't right for everyone. Like we have to be able to determine what is right, the right approach for us as an individual. And your spirit guides are saying like you're very good at that. I think also with this Wheel of Fortune, they're saying that you're very good at kind of like taking advantage of the many opportunities that life presents. You know, sometimes we can leave opportunities on the ground and not take advantage of them. And I feel like they're saying that you are taking advantage of the opportunities. So that's something that they're proud of you for in your self-development. So you can jump in at any time, Sharon, if you have any other specific questions. But I do kind of feel, again, like there's a repeating of that. They feel like you are very good at understanding what the path is that is best for you. Like Sharon knows what's best for Sharon, right? And what's best for Sharon is not necessarily what's best for other people. You're willing to think outside the box. You're willing to act outside the box. You're willing to approach things your own way. I mean, they really want to emphasize this because they feel like this is what's working for you. And it's working for you despite the fact that there could be some pushback from other people, or maybe just a fear that there's pushback. Like, well, people might not like that I'm doing things the way that I am, but I still know that it's what's best for me, so I'm still going to hold to it regardless. So that perseverance, that resilience of like, you know, I know what I've got to do despite what other people might be saying or what their attitudes are about my choices. Ultimately, it's my life and I'm living my life on my own terms. They really respect you for that. I think that they also feel what you're doing right is you do seem to like you pick up on when people might be, you're good at avoiding those situations, like not even giving people the opportunity to disapprove or deter you from your path. It's like, well, if you even sense that it's about to happen, you're like, I'm going to just avoid this person or avoid this situation because they're trying to give me unwanted advice or like redirect my path. And it's like, okay, that's just not what I want. Maybe it's what you want out of life. But I think, yeah, they really like that you are kind of like sidestepping that type of unnecessary influence from other people who might want to try to tell you how you should live. I think also we have the Hierophant and the Magician card. Like, I think that your spirit guides really feel like you have a good head on your shoulders, Sharon. Like, you're manifesting the next steps of your life in a stable, solid way. So it's like, let's just take one step at a time. You know, we don't have to achieve everything all at once. It's not a sprint, you know. It's, you know, we're taking one step at a time. Yeah, it's like you're solidly investing in the changes that you want to see. You have a good head on your shoulders. I don't know if I said that, but that's like, you have a great head on your shoulders and you understand which steps to take. I'm going to take this step. All right, get through that, go to the next step, and like slowly but surely, I'm going to get to where I want to be. And that isn't necessarily always an easy journey, but I feel like you have a lot of wisdom in your approach. There's a lot of wisdom in your approach. It's working for you. One step at a time is working for you. And I feel like your spirit guides, I don't know, like they kind of feel like you don't really need them. Like you're doing great on your own. You've got such a great head on your shoulders. They do want you to know that they are supportive of you in, they're supporting you in making these best choices for yourself because they feel like that is what you're doing. They do want you to know that they are loving you, but they take a very hands-off approach when it comes to you because you don't really need a lot of redirection. You know, there might be humans out here wanting to redirect you, but your spirit guides are not seeing it that way. Your spirit guides are like, you know, Sharon knows what she's doing. You know, we're going to take a hands-off approach and let her make these choices because she's just doing a great job of it. All right, so we've got about a minute left. I don't know if you had any other specific questions, but feel free to ask if you have any final burning questions. I'm asking if they have anything else to say about the initial question you had, and I get a no. Like they do feel like they've communicated the answer. All right, I hope people, can someone say something in the chat, just because sometimes it gets stuck and people are saying things to me and for whatever reason, there's a glitch or something. So I just want to make sure that people are still able to communicate with me. Otherwise, I'll have to restart the chat. Can anyone talk to me? If I don't hear from someone soon, I'm going to have to restart the chat. So what happens sometimes is like you all can hear me, but for whatever reason what you're typing into the chat is not getting to me. So if you can hear me, if I don't see someone say something in the chat soon, I'm going to have to restart the chat. Which is fine. I just want people to know they're going to have to go over to my page and find the new live stream. If this is what happens, which is kind of looking like this might be what's going on. Yep, it looks like we're stuck. I'm going to wait a few more seconds. Like if someone can hear me, please type something in the chat. Okay, so it looks like we're stuck. I'm going to restart. I'm also going to take a quick bathroom break. So I'm going to take a bathroom break, and when I get back, I'm going to restart it. Where are my keys? Well, okay, I'll already be back in like 2 minutes or something. Okay, I'm back. I'm restarting now.